Brains! I'm alive! Hey everyone, this is the Undead Polygon Wizard. Welcome to Polygon Wizard Plays Minecraft, episode 12. I'm back from the dead, baby! This episode is going to be kind of a walk and talk, to let you know what has been going on with me and why I haven't been doing videos for many weeks now, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the story. I'm not going to do too much building, I'm just going to walk around here a little bit and show you guys some holes I dug right before I kind of stopped playing video games for a long time, and let you know kind of why that was and what's going on with me and all that. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Anyway, we shall continue in a moment after I dig myself out of my own grave. Alright everybody, as you can see, things look a little bit differently at the moment. I decided that since I'm just going to be kind of walking around and showing you things today, to make it a little bit less boring for you, I put a texture pack on. I know that Crowpod in the comments requested that. So this one's for you, Crowpod. We've got Summerfields is the texture pack I have on right now. I had some trouble getting these things to load properly. Had to do a little bit of finagling because I hadn't done any texture packs since like 1.5 when they changed how textures work. So anyway, here lies Polygon Wizard, victim of real life. As you guys have probably noticed, if you've been looking for any of my videos, I haven't done one in about a month now. And because of real life, it got in the way of things and I wasn't able to have time to really do much of anything. So I'm going to walk around here a little bit just to some of the places that already you guys have seen, so you can just see them in the texture pack. We'll do a little tour. And then we'll go and show you the couple holes I've dug as well. But anyway, real life. So about a month ago, after my last video, my job that I do, the driver job that I've talked about a few times in the videos here. I'll get rid of this dirt. Anyway, that position, it has gotten a lot more stressful. It started out not too bad, but then we just kept dropping people. So right after I did my last video, we had one guy show up. He was supposed to start work at 2:30 in the morning, which I show up at 2. He's like another guy who helps out in the lab in the morning, in addition to like the pharmacists and everything. We're just, the lowly drivers, etc. But we help kind of put all the doses together into boxes and get them ready for shipping out each day, sort of thing. So we're there to help get all that stuff put together. But anyway, he showed up at about 1:15 in the morning, well before his shift was supposed to start. Which this guy, he is always late. So you know something's up when he's showing up early. But basically he showed up, he picked up his GPS and his lunchbox that were sitting around, and said, "Hey, I got another job. I'm quitting, and I'm gone." And by the time I actually showed up that morning, he was not there. So, that's interesting that the painting is a pipe. Looks kind of cool. Anyway, so we were kind of annoyed that day, but in the long run, we're kind of like, well, it's a good thing he's gone. Because, dude, I like these pipes. It's very steampunky. Anyways, Summerfields, man. I like this texture pack. The pink wool looks cool here. And the moon. Oh yeah, I'm liking this looking around as much as you guys have seen some of this stuff. Anyway, he was gone that day. Everything's kind of crazy. And we are already short at that point. We have one guy who is out from a car accident while on the job, to the point that he was hit at very slow speed, according to the police report, but he's milking it for all it's worth on workman's comp, and he's just kind of doing nothing. So we're already down one guy. And then this guy, a different guy, up and quit, on us, so we were suddenly even more short-handed. And then we had another guy the Friday after, like the one guy quit on a Wednesday. The Friday after that, like 2 days later, we had another guy was doing something in the lab, and all the containers and things that we use for these doses are lead lined since they're radioactive medications. It's lightly, radioactive. Less than you can get with an X-ray, but anyway, it's still shielded containers that you get them all put in. Oh, that one's not as cool. But interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be a porthole or something. I like the bed. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by all the pretty things. I like that stuff, and that's really nice. Anyway, he was doing something in the lab, and these things are lead lined, and you put a bunch of these things on a cart, setting up for, the next day or the, weekend, whatever. So he was doing that, and the cart got unbalanced and fell, and he tried to save it, which is a big no-no. You should just jump out of the way, because those things will be fine if they land on the ground a bit. Interesting. But he tried to save it, ended up falling down, and he hurt his shoulder. And this is a guy that already had bad knees and stuff anyway, but he's able to work with that. But man, the shoulder, he injured it, and now he was out, and he's still been out for a long time. And so we're down like by 3 people, very, very short-handed. So it makes life really, really tough for the rest of the people that are still around. And so the bad thing is the HR department of our company just so slow about anything, and our managers keeps getting in contact with them saying, hey, we need people. So finally, this last week we had one new guy, and then today we have another new person starting. So they'll be learning routes and things next week. The second new person, the one new person already has learned one route, and they'll probably learn other new ones as we go along. So it's been a huge help just to even have the one guy. So having 2 people in will be a whole lot better and make that job a whole lot stressful, which technically that job is part-time for me too, so I don't get a lot of income from it like I would if it was full-time or if it just, paid better. Ooh, I like these cocoa beans. Anyway, forgot what I was talking about, guys, because I had Minecraft crash on me. Okay. So, anyway, we have new people in there now, so that's good. We'll get started on getting a little bit back to normal, but this job is technically part-time. I don't get a lot of money from it, so my income, I have to do freelance projects as well on my off time, which since this driver job is in the night, it totally messes with your schedule. Sleeping during the day, so it just makes things kind of crazy sometimes to get anything else done, let alone do more work outside. And I've had, at the same time all this crazy stuff is going down, man, you look mean there, Shep, the evil wolf dog or something going on. I don't know. It's the teeth, I think. Kind of creepy, dude. Creeping me out. Stop staring at me. So anyway, at the same time as all this crazy stuff at the one driver job was happening, I did get an actual nice big project in for, freelance graphics work that I'm doing in my off hours. So between the 2 things, where I'm working a little bit of extra time at this one job, just because we're so short-handed, and then on the time I have left at home, when I'm here, have been working. So I've played very, very little video games at all for the past month. Whenever I have time, I kind of just get in there and I play a little bit of Battlefield 3 or something, get a couple rounds in, and that's about it that I have time for. And I've only done that a couple times, so I really haven't had much time to play anything at all. I've missed my Minecraft, so finally things are getting slightly shaped up enough and I'm caught up enough that I'm taking the time to make an episode for you guys, because I miss it. So anyway, I've still got a bit of that project left to do, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have in the next little bit, but things seem to be going on the upside, so hopefully this will all start working out. Anyway, here's one of the things I've dug out. I've extended this tunnel a bit, and we have us a nice hole in the ground that we can just jump straight down. Geronimo! Enjoy a nice pool of water, slowly jump out. got our furnace rack here, a couple of chests, and you can see I've started a strip mine back here. The only problem with this one so far is I don't get any diamonds. I've gotten some emeralds because a lot of this is in the extreme hills, so I'm not getting anything else. I haven't gone this direction much just because this way is going more into the extreme hills, plus it hits a big cave back there, not too far back. So I've only gone the one way, but I'll keep digging it out. I've also gone on the other side in the old mine part, dug a whole bunch of tunnels over there that didn't used to be there. Why can't I get up there? Alright, ladder. Anyway, we're just doing a quick whirlwind tour, because this isn't that interesting. It's just a hole in the ground with a bunch of mine shafts. So I just wanted to show you guys quickly that, hey, before I quit gaming for several weeks, I did do a little bit after the last episode. Climbing back out. So yeah, one good thing about having this time off is I've got a bunch of ideas for things I want to do, although not as much with single player. Mostly for the multiplayer 008 server that I play on my base out there. I've got so many ideas. I haven't been able to get there. Like that airship idea that I want to do, I've started on it and it's been sitting there for a long time. And then we've started something which I will get to eventually in video form, is this city that we've built. We made a bunch of 20 by 20 plots for everybody to just build on whatever they wanted. So I've built this giant tower that was the tallest thing in the city plot. Ooh, I like the flowers. And then it's got at least one or two things now that are, it's an interesting look for bricks, that are taller than it. Alright, as you see, I've dug out a basement area. I kind of kept this here for the stairs, and then this all here is kind of like the footprint for the house above it. So as you can see, that's kind of where the stairs are. And then I've dug it up high enough that I can put in a ceiling. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do down here. I'm going to have some sort of workshop area. But I've got a lot of space, so I can put tons of things down here. I don't know exactly what I want to put, other than some sort of a workshop down here, because it's a basement. You need a workshop. Might put something else, some other cool thing down here, like, I don't know, game room. Go back and look at some of your guys' suggestions that you said, because I've completely forgotten a lot of them now off the top of my head, but luckily I can go look at comments, right? If you guys think of any more, I like the pipes. Think of any more, you can certainly leave more comments on this video. I want to go outside here for nighttime. See what these lamps look like all lit up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. The Summerfields one I really like because it does a little bit with the lighting too. It's not just the texture. It has some little funky thing with the way light pools or spreads or whatever you want to call it. As you can see here, my whole farm is completely grown out now. It's a little hard to tell the difference, but there's potatoes and there's carrots. They're a lot closer together in this than they are in vanilla. You can really tell staring, but added in vanilla is like lots of crops. So maybe I'll do a big harvest here in a bit and see how many crops I get from this whole field, just out of curiosity more than anything. Plus then we'll have tons and tons of food for when we need it. And if we wanted to start a huge pig farm, we could use the carrots for that too. I really like the look of these lamps when they're lit up. It's really nice. They're all nice and yellow and glowy. I don't necessarily like this nether brick with this in this texture pack. It looks alright, but I like it better from vanilla. Let's see, I was trying to think if there's anything I should look at that I hadn't yet. Let's just sit here and stare at the front of the house a little bit, give you guys a good view of it. Turn off my HUD here. Well, that don't matter that much. I really like how trees look in this texture pack too. It's just a nice, fun, soft, kind of slightly cartoony look to the thing. It's kind of like if you took John Smith, the texture pack, which if you watch any Minecraft on YouTube, you've probably seen John Smith. Or if you play Minecraft, you've probably messed around with it. It's very medieval looking. And this is kind of a medieval look, but it's a lot more cartoony and a little bit, fatter, for lack of a better word. A little more, saturated colors and things than John Smith is. John Smith is a bit more realistic. Is a bad word for it because it's not like anything in Minecraft is realistic. But this is very similar to that, just a different kind of like John Smith if it were cartoony. I guess I'm not coming up with a better description, but that's actually not a bad one, I think. But the cool thing this one does that John Smith also does is the painting replacement. So this one has pipes and things, whereas John Smith will have like banners and swords. So this one's maybe a little more steampunky. So yeah, again, if you guys want to check out this texture pack for yourself, it's Summerfields is the name of it. All one word. And I had to do a little bit of finagling to get this to work. I had to get the Unstitcher program from Minecraft.net, which I got it from some other place because I googled why my texture packs weren't working and found that link through some other site. Somebody posted it, but it was actually a direct link to Minecraft.net for this thing called Unstitcher, and it'll take your texture pack and convert it. Because before this, I had a lot of stuff like I was looking around at things like wood or cobble or stone, like simple things that have been around in the game since forever. Had missing, you know, texture, so it was like white with text on it says missing texture block. It's really ugly. And I was like, what is going on? I mean, that's like cobble. Like, it shouldn't be missing. So it's just something weird with how they've changed how textures work since 1.5. That just wasn't quite working with the old versions of the texture packs I had. It was really strange looking at the hills in the background and like half of it was there and half of it was white. It was very odd. But I got it all fixed, so I'm going to leave links for those in the description to the Unstitcher utility that I used, and then to Summerfields texture pack. I will put a link to the Minecraft forums page for that. But I think that's going to be all for this episode. I'm not sure exactly when I'll have time to do the next one. Hopefully soon. I don't know if it'll be, you know, kind of my weekly schedule that I had been doing before I stopped, or if I'll have to take some other time. It's raining! And, yeah, so, anyway, real life was kicking me in the face a little bit there, just with my extra time-wise, didn't have any. Hopefully now I'll have just a little bit of extra time for you guys. I can keep making videos. I really miss it. I've had a lot of fun doing this recording today, so I want to get back into it, guys, making a bunch of videos. I gotta get back into the swing of building in Minecraft again, because I've been kind of out of it, so just walking around and talking with you guys has been great, so I'm really excited to get building again. But for now, I'm going to sign off and leave you guys with this last view of the house. Well, let's get a nice view of like the fountain and the house together, shall we? There we go. That's the end of the episode, guys. We got us a nice evening summer rain in the Summerfields texture pack. I will catch you guys in the next episode.